About 2 years ago, I took part in something called the Grylls Survive the Highlands course. I did it with my oldest friend, Adam, and this is a 5-day course. It's the Grylls flagship course. You go up to Scotland, they drive you in a Land Rover at least an hour away from a mobile phone signal. You sleep the night in a teepee, so it's me and 11 men, one of whom I know, pretty cramped. And in the morning, the whole experience starts. So the first thing that happens is they take you on a PT course, a PT personal training session. You're crawling through streams, so you're wet from the get-go with very little chance of drying off across the next 5 days. They're simulating a survival situation. So you've got a 24-hour ration pack and various prizes for completing tasks. Some's a bag of bananas, happy days. One was a bag of Mars bars, we were over the moon. One was a maggoty hare. Yes, we cooked and ate it anyway, we were starving. And across those 5 days, they teach you survival skills. It's not an ideal learning environment, as I'm sure you'll agree. But they teach you survival skills like rope skills, knife skills, night navigation. What else? Reading from the stars. Some of Bear's tricks as well, like rapid rappelling, commando crawling, river crossing. You do it all. And across the 4 days, you're pretty knackered. You've only had a 24-hour ration pack. You're tired. You've had enough. Tempers are fraying. The last 24 hours is what they call simulated self-rescue. So they will give you a radio, and they'll give you some coordinates of a point they want you to make camp in for the final night. We finally find the coordinates, and we get to the camp. We set up camp, and they say, OK, we want you to radio in at 6 in the morning with the coordinates of the highest peak you can see from camp. 6 o'clock in the morning comes along. We've had a terrible night of sleep. We're looking at these various peaks, and we're radioing them through, and they're saying, no, not that. And in the end, we say, look, there's the highest peak. Just tell them the coordinates of that. That will be the one. And sure enough, it is. They then tell us you've got 40 minutes to pack up camp, make it good, leave no trace, and as a group, get to the top of this small mountain. So we are frantically packing down the camp. We're in different states of resilience and different states of enthusiasm and different states of fitness as well. But we have to make our way as a group to the top of the mountain, where a chap called Martin's waiting for us. He gives us a piece of chocolate and a swig of water and then says, follow me, and sprints down the mountain. Not down the path, down the gorse and the bracken. It's a leap of faith. Any minute now you think you're going to do an ankle. But you're that tired and overwhelmed, you just follow him. Then you get, as you can see on the bottom right, the bottom left is us at the top of the mountain. We set off a flare. Actually, top left was the camp, and you might think that looks quite, well, firstly, it's a good-looking camp, isn't it? We were chuffed to bits with that. There's me, and how many men are in there? I'm in the green, I'm on the right. Anyway, if you're thinking that looks roomy, you could probably sleep in that. That was only a handful of us. We had 12 of us in that shelter. And initially, you want personal space, but once you start getting cold and someone's arm touches yours and you think, oh, that's warm. Oh, that's warm. Then someone's leg touches yours, and like, oh, that's nice. Before you know it, you're in this sort of bundle. Anyway, bottom right, we get to the top of the mountain, we run down, you get to a ravine where another instructor clips you into a harness and gets you to Tyrolean rope crossing across a ravine. You run up another hill and the whole thing's over. They bundle you into a Land Rover, and before we know it, we're back at the lodge. It was a complete whirlwind, that last 24 hours. I'm back at the lodge eating toast. I've still got my helmet on, still got the harness on. I tell you that story because there'll be days when maybe that feels like your life. You aren't going through a simulated self-rescue. You're not deluged in water at the beginning of the day, but you might be deluged in tasks that have to be done. You may not be navigating by the stars, but you might be navigating a busy day from the first bell to the last. You might not be racing down a mountain, but you'll be racing through the day to get back and do some tasks at home, and it might just feel like a blur. You need resources. You need those daily non-negotiables to be able to cope with those scenarios. You need to be able to chunk things down, be present in the moment, don't overthink. These are the kind of resources that I'm talking about for resilience.